All right, Darryn Peterson balls out versus NC State. Let's check out the man's highlights. We'll get to how the season's going in a second. I do have it muted, or NCAA is taking me to prison. Missed shot. Darryn Peterson with the rebound. And just kicks out for his open shooter. Good to see him get the rebound, bring it the length of the court, and have the presence of mind to find his open shooter. Just another rebound. Showing every rebound of his performance. Comes off the screen there. Finds his shooter again. He has good court vision. He's more of a natural scorer, but he can play make as well for his players around him. It's not a foul, but he's already learning before he gets to the NBA. He's learning how to kind of foul bait, draw fouls, whatever you want to call it. But if we see here, has the screen right here, looks like Peterson comes off this screen, gets a little bit of separation. His man's trying to recover, and Peterson blows by to the baseline to get to that little floater. He's underneath the screen. Boom, just blows right by. And just a beautiful floater on the baseline. I guess you could argue, you can argue whether or not, yeah, I don't think it's a foul personally, but good finish by Peterson. Pushing out in transition. Number 14 again. One thing I love, it's a small thing, but he gets the ball, he's dribbling, and look at his head. His head is up the entire time. He's not looking at anybody around him. All he's looking at is down the court, and it results in an open three. I do love his court awareness, and his court vision is really good as well, even though he's more of a scorer. It's a little bump and rises up and hits it. Again, not a foul, but he's doing the right thing. I mean, put the refs in a tough position where they have to make a call, whether it's the right call or the wrong call. Bad officiating in the NBA needs to be blamed on the officials, not so much the players, for trying to draw those fouls. But let's see on this play here. So just a little dribble handoff. Peterson gets it. They switch, so picks up Darryn Peterson right there. And then Peterson, just one dribble, pull up. Let's see, actually. I don't think it was a foul personally, but I wouldn't be surprised to see that get called at the NBA level, to be totally honest. Gets it off the DHO, switch. He's got the big on him, one dribble. Yeah, Peterson created the contact, but just a beautiful shot over contact there. Knocks down a free throw. They just threw that in there so we can see his free throw form. Just a nice backdoor cut. I didn't see his man, but I bet his man is ball watching though. Yeah, here's Darryn right here. Here's his defender. His defender's already kind of peeking at the ball. Yeah, as soon as just bad defense, to be honest. Easy backdoor cut for Darryn Peterson there. Darryn got the little tip out on that shot. That one's nice. Kind of the Michael Jordan style block where you come over the top and block the shot before the big man can even get it up over you. He's very good off ball as well. If you watch him on that possession, nothing crazy happened, but here he is right here. They get a switch there. He's just moving. He's moving. It just makes it hard to track you. Just always moving off ball. He's going to be probably out of the top 3 guys. He'll be the best off-ball player from day one. Comes off the off-ball screen. Just pulls up. His three-point shot is so beautiful. Again, out of Cameron Boozer, AJ Dybantsa, and Darryn Peterson. I think Darryn will be the best off-ball player when he gets into the NBA, and I don't think it's that close, to be honest. He's really good off-ball. If you see here, it's going to come up instead of backstream for him. Darryn comes off. Probably a design play, to be totally honest, but if you see Darryn comes off, passes right on time, right on target, pulls up to the 3. That's most likely a design play. Darryn gets the ball. It's nasty. Splits the double team. Probably got fouled. Then finds his man number 14 again for another knockdown three. Just moving off ball, he has really good feel for the game, and he does a good job of finding open spaces in the court when he doesn't have the ball. Yeah, if you see his defender right there, see on that one. So here's Darryn. He's coming down. He kind of comes down the baseline. Pretty sure they're playing a 2-3 zone, so in his defender's head, he passes him off. His defender's thinking this guy probably picked up Darryn Peterson. So he lets him go, and then Darryn Peterson just stops right there, comes back. And that's a nice little left-handed finish. It's good to see him using his left hand down low there. Sick pump fake, comes off. That is a tough, tough shot. That's the floater off of his right foot if you watch. Way outside the paint, just a beautiful floater. That's a really tough angle as well because he can't use the backboard on that shot. But Peterson, let's get to his stats here. Darryn is 6'6". Darryn's 6'6". I want to say he's 6'6", 205, 6'5", 205. He'll probably be 6'6" by the time he makes it to the NBA. And he's going to go top 3. Everyone has their favorite number 1 pick. And, you know, whether it's Cameron Boozer, AJ Dybantsa, or Darryn Peterson, I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, to see any of those guys go number 1. Whoever the number 1 pick is, I'm really not going to be surprised. None of those guys, you can't go wrong with any of those guys. They're all very, very skilled. They have different play styles, but they're all very comparable in terms of just the skill and the potential goes for those players. But in this game, Kansas beats NC State by 1 point in overtime. Our boy Darryn Peterson, he has the 17 points. No turnovers. That's really impressive. No turnovers these past 2 games. He's able to handle the ball and have a pretty good usage rate and put up some solid points without being a high turnover player. So that's always good to see the low turnovers coming in. Does have the 1 block. We saw it, kind of that Michael Jordan style block where you come out of nowhere and block the big man before they can even really get the ball over their head. He has the 4 assists. We saw all 4 of them. They were all to number 14 for 3 balls. He has the 5 rebounds as well. Again, he's 6'6", so he's a bigger guard out there. He can help out his team with rebounding. He's kind of what the NBA is looking for, just that 6'5" to 6'7" guard that can shoot threes and defend all different positions, switch up on all the different defensive looks he's seen. He can just switch up everything on defense when he's coming off of screens and things like that. But he's 7 for 14. He has 50% shooting from the field, 2 for 5 from 3, so he's 40% from 3. He does shoot the 9 free throws, or actually he shoots the 2 free throws, 50% from the free throw line. I heard the announcer was saying Darryn Peterson should be scoring 9 or 10 points every single game from the free throw line. I don't think he even knew what he was saying right there because that means he's getting like 14, probably at least 12 or 14 free throw attempts every single game. And Darryn Peterson, his play style isn't really just getting downhill and getting into the paint to draw fouls. That's more Cameron Boozer. He's just a bruiser. He's always down low, always drawing contact, and he does a really good job of getting to the free throw line. And on to his stats for the season. He's only played in the 4 games so far this season. He was dealing with, I want to say it was a hamstring to start off his season, so he did miss a good chunk of the start of the season, but Darryn's so impressive out there. 19 points. He has 1.3 steals, almost a steal and a block, so that's really impressive. The 3 assists, the 4 rebounds. We kind of saw him he was finding that same shooter over and over and over again. He looks like he sees the game really well. We saw him in those transition opportunities, and his head just up the entire time, looking at what's going on up court. And that's an NBA level player skill, where you're just seeing the entire court, especially in transition. He's not worried about his dribble or getting ripped. He's just looking at the entire court and trying to make those right reads. Shooting 77% from the free throw line, basically. So that is strong for his free throws. He's 42% from 3 on 6.5 attempts. So that's what people love. Like I said, he's the best off-ball player out of Cameron Boozer, AJ Dybantsa, and him. He's the best off-ball scorer, just the best off-ball player. If you need like a spot-up shooter, he does way more than that. But if you just need like a spot-up catch-and-shoot guy, he can do that for you. He can create with the ball in his hands. We saw he can come off pin downs. He can come off all sorts of different actions. He moves well off the ball and just finds open spaces in the court to make himself available to get those passes and score. He's playing 26 minutes per game. I want to say Cameron Boozer, AJ are at like 30 minutes or more. They probably have Darryn on somewhat of a minutes restriction as he gets more healthy, but the 53% from the field is so impressive for a 6'5 guard. I mean, 53% from the field, 42% from three, then it's 77% from the free throw line. He has really good mechanics. I think his free throw will just get better and better as he works on it, but his stats are comparable. I mean, all those guys, Cameron Boozer, AJ Dybantsa, Darryn Peterson, all their stats are pretty comparable. Cameron Boozer just gives you the 10 rebounds, but as far as their points per game, their efficiency, things like that, all those guys are pretty comparable. Darryn Peterson just has the best three ball out of all those guys. And again, it just depends on what you're looking for. Whoever goes number one, I'm not going to argue it. I'm not really mad whichever player you want to choose. Cameron Boozer is the best player in college basketball today. He's the most polished out of all these guys. He's 6'9", 250 pounds, so he can just get down there and just bully these college kids and kind of get whatever he wants. He's a solid perimeter player as well. He has a nice three ball. Cameron Boozer, I haven't seen him get to the mid post really at all season. It doesn't seem like he has, a turnaround, a fall away in the mid post. He wants to get all the way down into the low post, or he wants to shoot a three ball basically. Cameron Boozer is great at just setting screens off ball. He plays pretty well off ball. He can run the pick and roll, where Darryn Peterson, he can be an isolation scorer if you need him to. He can spot up off ball, again, run off of screens. He finds open space on the court really well, and he can score off ball and on ball, where with AJ Dybantsa, he's the rawest out of all three prospects, but AJ, the main thing, he had just a really cold mid-post game. He's excellent at scoring in the mid-post, and then AJ needs to work on his ball handle, his court vision, pretty much everything. And in my opinion, I think I probably would take AJ number one just based on his ceiling. I feel like him and Darryn maybe have the highest ceilings. It's kind of insulting a little bit to Cameron Boozer, I guess, because Cameron Boozer, he's the most polished player right now. He's the best just across the board, but he still has a lot of room to grow. Cameron Boozer, like I said, he can develop a mid-post game. He can get better at his ball handling, his passing. So it's not like Cameron Boozer doesn't have room to grow. It just seems like Darryn Peterson and AJ, they're just more electric. They're more athletic players, and I just feel like AJ will be my number one pick right now just based on his ceiling. I think that Darryn and Cameron Boozer would probably be better than AJ maybe the first year or two of their careers. Once year 3 is done for all these guys, I wouldn't be surprised to see Darryn or AJ Dybantsa be better than Cameron Boozer. But that's why the scouts get paid the big bucks. It's really tough to decide who you want to take number one in the draft. You can just look at Boozer and say, hey, Boozer has the best numbers. Boozer is dominating in college. He's having the best numbers right now. But that doesn't necessarily always translate to you being the best NBA player once you make it to the NBA. Yeah, man, it's going to be so tough when the draft comes around. If you have a top 3 pick, congratulations. You're going to get a very good player, whether it's Darryn, Cameron, or AJ. And yeah, I mean, Darryn looks so impressive. He'll probably be like at least like a 38% three-point shooter, 37-38 coming into the NBA. He is 42% right now on 6.5 attempts. So, he's going to be a knockdown shooter, just an awesome off-ball scorer. And, Darryn will pretty much fit in to any offense. There's really no offense that can't use a guy that can spot up and shoot, run off of screens, and just do all this different off-ball scoring. And then he can score and play make on-ball when you need him to as well. But just really excited to see how the season goes on, and excited to see Darryn play against some bigger schools, because Cameron Boozer, AJ, Darryn, they've all been playing some of these smaller schools to start the season off. And of course, as the college season goes on, as we get closer to the tournament, they're going to be playing even higher levels of competition. And that's what I'm really excited to see. But please like and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 7 million subscribers. Let me know what you think about Darryn Peterson. Let me know who you're taking number one as well. And we'll see y'all next time. Peace.